The official story tells us that the Titanic, on its maiden voyage, struck an iceberg on April 15, 1912, leading to its tragic sinking. But questions arise when we delve deeper into the details. Could an iceberg alone have caused a hole over 120 meters long? Many experts argue that such an impact seems highly improbable. To understand the Titanic conspiracy, we must first delve into the intriguing connection between the Titanic and its sister ship, the Olympic. Both vessels were owned by J.P. Morgan, a prominent figure in the world of finance. The Olympic had previously suffered a devastating accident crashing against a warship, leaving it almost beyond repair. In 1911, while both ships were in the port of Belfast, they underwent significant alterations. The ships' names were swapped, and the Olympic, disguised as the Titanic, was given a non-functional chimney to maintain the illusion. A few differences between the two could be observed, such as that they had a different number of portholes or that the T's of Titanic were in slightly different positions. But why would they go through such elaborate measures? It is believed that J.P. Morgan orchestrated this deception to benefit financially. The real Titanic, disguised as the Olympic, would be intentionally sunk, allowing Morgan to collect the insurance money while avoiding the costly repairs for both the warship and the Olympic. This elaborated plan would have dire consequences for those aboard the ship. Days before the Titanic set sail, another ship owned by J.P. Morgan, the SS California, mysteriously anchored near the Titanic's planned route. Loaded with blankets and sweaters, some believed it was intended to be a decoy or a place of refuge for those involved in the conspiracy. Just before the Titanic departed, half of the boats and life jackets were removed from the ship. As the Titanic embarked on its fateful journey, peculiar incidents occurred. Captain Smith, a seasoned mariner with 25 years of experience, veered off the ship's intended course, disregarding multiple iceberg warnings. The ship's lookout was without binoculars, a crucial tool for spotting hazards in the treacherous waters. During the sinking, distress signals were sent out using flares. However, a mistake was made as white flares, which signify celebration, were launched, instead of the internationally SOS recognized red flares, causing confusion and delaying rescue efforts. Strangely, despite the presence of numerous journalists on board, not a single photograph documenting the tragedy emerged. Could this be a deliberate attempt to suppress evidence or control the narrative surrounding the disaster? At the time of the Titanic sinking, the creation of the Federal Reserve was a contentious issue. On one side, influential families like the Rockefellers, Rothschild, and Morgans supported its establishment. On the other side, the Astors, Guggenheims, and Stroessers strongly opposed it. Curiously, at the last moment, all the families in favor of the Federal Reserve decided not to board the Titanic, including the owner of the ship, J.P. Morgan. Some even left their belongings and service personnel on this ship. Astonishingly, all these families against the Federal Reserve died in the tragic incident. The next year, 1913, and without opposition, the surviving bankers met and created the Federal Reserve. And in 1914, the First World War began, financed on both sides by the Reserve itself. Decades later, in 1985, the Titanic wreckage was discovered at a depth of 3,800 meters. The examination of the hull revealed multiple smaller holes, suggesting internal explosions rather than a single large gash caused by an iceberg. Even more astonishingly, the word Olympic was found on the ship's propellers. As we reflect on these puzzling revelations, the Titanic conspiracy remains shrouded in mystery. Was it an accident, or was there a deeper plot at play? We may never know the full truth behind the fateful night, but the whispers of a conspiracy continue to intrigue us, reminding us that history can sometimes conceal secrets that refuse to be forgotten.